this map, maybe Iran.
Trade up. We've got one of them currently knocked down on the ground here, so it's a 3v4 situation. But hey, you know, from the side of Japan, we got two of them knocked down on the ground as well. And there goes another nade, and Hayato surprisingly survived that one.
What? I couldn't believe that they actually survived that one. What sort of shields did they have? Oh man, I want to get myself that kind of shield, but now Hayato tries to fight back. Unfortunately, he's just too low. Immediately goes back down to the hands of Monkey. But Japan, they fight back still. Hong Kong, China don't want to let this spot go. Rinto will go down as well. And looks like Japan, one last player left on the other side. Make that two. Rumi Q came in from the other room. And they won the fight against Hong Kong, China.
They won the fight, okay, but it was a close call. Man, that was a close call for Japan, but it was absolutely, you know, a great performance still. And now we're jumping into another game that is happening. We got Sri Lanka. Oh no, two of them currently facing the floor at the moment. So I believe there's a need for them to pick up their teammate. I mean, this is Vietnam that we're talking about, and they're ready to. I mean, that was such a great nade, taking down completely a player from Sri Lanka, and we've got another one coming for them, but I think this time it missed. But Sri Lanka not looking too good at the moment here, since we're only looking at Dealer 31 to be the last surviving member.
I'm loving the nade so far in this round. But wait a second. Oh man, come on. That was supposed to be a 1v1 mano-a-mano.
Why you gotta do us like that? But anyway, that was an easy 4 points in the bag here for Vietnam. I mean, it was a little bit of a struggle, but they actually emerged victorious from that fight. So great execution right there. And we got Nepal and Bhutan trying to blast each other off in another part of town here. I'm just waiting to see if we could probably witness that exchange. But I did see from the kill feed that there is one from Myanmar that got knocked down, or maybe not, but we'll just have to maybe see that later.
Yeah, or maybe he has stopped. Oh, it could be a long-range one, or maybe they just found like two players in any. Oh, we're going to see it right now, Red Queen. You asked for it. You got it. And looks like the chase is happening now. And Nepal, they're on a rampage. They just got 50. He's able to get away. But looking at
the and Zar needs to focus on the video over here. I mean, we're talking about just stage one, and you completely lost all of your teammates. So it's absolutely I guess should be the mission is to focus on again.
Hi bondhura, expert option e trading and lab theke ami ei notun gari theke.
But we're looking at 13 teams here, and again we already have two teams that got taken out. That would be Hong Kong, China, and Sri Lanka. We got Malaysia back on the screen here. We got K Look, of course, trying to step away. They're on prone here, just monitoring the situation. I think there is a team passing by. That would be Brunei.
Ooh, and yes, they will pass by against Team Malaysia. But they have no idea? Or maybe they do. But it looks like they don't. Okay, but now, shots fired by Team Malaysia. That will alert Team Brunei Darussalam. Ryan takes damage. While Team Brunei, they're still circling around. Okay, now Demo with his nade cooking up. Right in front of him is going to be Ryan. Can he land it directly onto the child prodigy? Yes, he will. Ryan down to 10% of health. He needs the time and space to heal now.
Timo with an angry spray. Wasn't able to connect. Okay, I think both of the teams are being very, very cautious. Not making any rush decisions. We got Bhutan getting eliminated. Okay, look, what a dodge there. That was almost a road rage. Unfortunately, he got a little bit exposed. And yeah, he got taken down almost instantaneously. Now, Ryan with a massive counter and was able to take down another player from the opposition, and now he needs to recuperate in this situation. It's a good thing that he has a backup right behind him who's making sure that the enemy will be at bay, and Malaysia seems to be winning the fight here, Sir Cloud.
Ooh, and looks like they're making this comeback right now. Without Adik, look, they'll fight back against Team Brunei. Team Brunei wrong is pretty low, but he managed to heal up just in time, and now Ryan from afar sprays down onto Starboy. Starboy will be gunned down by Ryan. With that one last bullet, he managed to make it happen.
Oh man, Star Boy just got face planted on the ground there. And we're looking at Ryan. Of course, the fight is not over just yet. Both of the players here are suffering some major damage, from all those bullets, from all those attacks. But Brunei, of course, is not going down without a heavy fight here. They're going to make sure that they give a huge challenge onto the boys of Malaysia over here. But we got Yami trying to get close to the fire here. Wrong, just behind that boulder, of course, waiting if there will be someone, from Malaysia that would be courageous enough to try and get close to him. But let's see what's going to happen as Wrong prepares himself for a fight.
Oh, Wrong all alone. Unfortunately, there's nothing much you can do about that situation. His other teammate survives to tell the tale another day though. But with only one player left for Team Brunei, the best that he could do right now is to play for placement points.
Yeah, you gotta focus on just making sure that you get to the last stages of this round. At least, even if you cannot really get those elimination points, at least you'd had something before you get taken back to the lobby. I mean, that is should be part of the objective over here. But anyway, okay, stage 2 is about to get done and dusted. We'll just have to wait for 45 more seconds before we do just that. And I was looking at the map feed over to the right side, and Nepal seems to be doing a little bit of a bridge camping. I mean, there are probably 3 teams more that will be headed towards that direction. So that's an opportunity for Nepal to score a lot of them. But let's see if they can actually pull that off. And the other side of the bridge, Pakistan is still there, but they already need to move since it's not already part of the zone.
And we also have a good amount of teams actually still traveling from the north coming in. Oh, Zeta. You saw the final player of a team Brunei Darussalam, and Team Brunei Darussalam unfortunately have been eliminated at number 12. So no placement points for them. But still not empty-handed. They managed to get 1 elimination point out of Team Malaysia earlier on. So I guess right now it's for them to recuperate for the next round.
Mm-hmm. Reset. Okay. I mean, we've seen maybe a couple of clashes that just happened, but teams right now, since it's too early, since it's just stage 2 here, so perhaps we will see them fight later on. I mean, it's still a big space here. It's a big circle. I think, most of the teams are focusing on maybe trying to find a specific location where they could get a lot of advantage. It's a tricky one since, like, we've got at least 20-30% water included in the zone, so we got a portion of the main peninsula included and majority of the south base. So this is going to be hard. We don't really have that much compound to work with.
But the team that needs to travel without much compound to work with is Team Vietnam, and they seem to be heading towards the right side bridge. And last we checked, the right side bridge, the gatekeeper is Team Thailand. But the difference between them doing the gatekeeping this round is compared to the round before is that they played on the island instead on the main peninsula, which is a way better strategy if you ask me. But on Novo, a bit of an update here. Say hello to Team Bangladesh.
Yeah, you're right, Sir Cla. I think, that is still the game plan for Thailand. I mean, Nepal is over to the other side in the main peninsula. They could potentially have a fight there. I mean, with at least 3 teams. But if Nepix will survive, then they will have to deal with Thailand. But that is, of course, if Bangladesh will not decide to backstab Thailand.
আমি আজ আপনাদের সাথে
Can happen. But as for Myanmar, they're already in the middle here. I can say that this is a power position because, well, they already know which direction will be coming from.
Yeah, totally agree. Myanmar, they do have the power position, the high ground around the area, so they can see rotating teams around them. But they might be challenged by Team Indonesia from the south. But we're going to focus onto Team Nepal here on screen. And Team Nepal, they're still on the main peninsula. And their objective right now is to try to stop Team Vietnam and also Team Timor-Leste from coming in. But inside of Novo, Team Bangladesh, they took out a member of Team Thailand. So it looks like that plan of playing passively is not working out for Team Thailand.
Japan just shut down another player from the game. And that was Emperor. Confirmation, Kenji with a kill. 11 teams still for stage number 3 here. And again, this is a hard circle, to be honest. And now, since the circle shifted a little bit towards down south once more, those teams coming from the main peninsula will then have to collide with one another. They have to deal with one another, and who will survive the clash? That is what we are about to find out.
But not sure if Japan can actually survive this clash against Team Chinese Taipei. I mean, the blue is also putting pressure onto them. They don't have space to work with. So I don't know how they're going to survive that one. But Champagne just got taken out by Tuan. And that's the right side bridge fight that's happening right now. Boiti gets gunned down as well. A bit of a trade between Timor-Leste as well as Vietnam happening right now. And it looks like Timor-Leste just got eliminated.
Oh man, Timor-Leste obviously having a difficult time here to pick up the pace. Hopefully they can still do a comeback, in the remaining matches for tonight. However, Japan is also in an altercation. Same thing goes for Nepal. And now Rex currently knocked down on the ground here. What is Nepal going to do in this situation? Vietnam cooking up an aid here. Just really waiting for that opportunity to throw it up against Nepal. Rex is still knocked down on the ground, but Precious is here. Probably to save his teammate. But no, I think they're still trying to flush out this last surviving member from Vietnam.
Yeah, it's going to be N on the second floor. But his teammate's actually on the other side. And let's see if they can actually do something about this one. Claw gets N. N on the second floor will be eliminated. The other members of Team Vietnam is on the other building. 2 players from Team Nepal currently down. The snake by Claw. It could be a big one though. Let's see if we can actually do it. But looks like he decided to go down onto the ground floor. But now here comes another nade being cooked up by Precious. Nade number 1 in. Nade number 2 launched. But none of them connected.
Yeah, none of that connected at all. Boy, team, man. Hopefully, he gets the job done for Vietnam. But okay, here comes the attack now. Here comes the dance of Precious with a charge. And there you go, the nail in the coffin there with an M416. Nepal took the win.
And that's Team Vietnam eliminated at number 10. And Team Nepal, they survive. But can we say the same for Team Chinese Taipei right now? Only one player left. It's going to be CCC. And look at the damage onto him. He only has this one bandage left. He's not going to make it for sure.
No. Yeah, somebody call the doctor. CCC will not be making it out alive. And there you go. I think he will be denying the point. And there you go. The Blue Ripper himself collected that soul. 8 teams remaining, ladies and gents, stage 4. And now we're looking at where the teams are currently situated. Myanmar is just waiting there, for any team that would dare challenge them up for that spot. Indonesia is trying to get close, though, probably trying to take some information and how they're going to engage into battle. Thailand is taking their time. Nepal is taking their time as well. So perhaps we will see a little bit of a cleanup happen right outside the zone between Thailand and Nepal. Just considering that, 2 teams need to step into the zone, but before they could even do that, maybe we will see a fight happen between these 2 countries.
That's a possibility right now, right? Interesting enough that Team Thailand, they're still not moving away from their regular spots. They still want to be the gatekeeper, even though they don't have the circle. But to be fair to them, the circle is just next to them so they can easily move in. But they decided to wait. So they could have a chance against Team Nepal, but Precious, he took a different route by the sea. And he was surprised by the tan from the side. They totally didn't expect that.
Great off-angle takedown, I can say, coming from Nepal. That was absolute cinema for me. But I think, Thailand got caught off guard, I can say, with that play. So they're now paying for it. I mean, obviously they're a little bit disoriented because of what happened here. But again, you just have to give kudos to that shot coming from Precious.
Precious. Can't do it any better than the original actor, of course. But Thailand doing slightly better than before this time. Though they don't have Spider Tan, they won't have the space to pick him up. The point will go to Team Nepal. Now they have 2 players that will need to play the rest of the round. 8 teams left, ladies and gentlemen. And from now on, teams are starting to collect placement points. But I would say if we were to revisit like which team has the power spots, it's still Team Myanmar. The circle still favors them well.
Ken G. I just saw him actually deciding to get a little swim from Japan. I think he is the last member from Japan. Okay, so maybe yeah. I mean, he's probably collecting some placement points over here. But in the meantime, you know, it's a truce for stage number 4. Nobody wants to make any hard push just yet. You know, everyone's taking their sweet time here. There's no pressure at all to try to get closer to one another. So we'll probably wait until the circle shrinks before we could even experience a fight happen. But as for Myanmar, we are seeing a little bit of a trade between Indonesia, Myanmar, and maybe even Nepal. So it's a 3-way battle. And since the circle had already shifted and went a little bit to the middle, maybe, just maybe, we can see some fights happen at the edge of the circle up north.
Well, we're seeing Kenji, the final player of Team Japan, getting precious. Although he is the only one player left, but he's still able to bring in one extra point before Shamil, the big boy, takes him out. And Team Japan happy eliminated at number 8, but still they're able to bring in 8 elimination points, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, 8 is a solid number. No doubt. I mean, it's hard to even like score one elimination point from any of the matches here, considering the caliber of teams that we have in this competition. So I guess having 8 points in the bag here before you get taken out is it's a great thing. 7 teams remaining, ladies and gents. Indonesia versus Nepal might be the next battle we can see happen for stage 5. But I guess both of the teams are still trying to pick up some notes, trying to still pick up some information as to where exactly they need to point their guns.
Well, I'm sure they will get that information soon once the trigger has been pulled. You can see that 3 teams around the same area. We have Team Thailand, Team Nepal, and Team Indonesia. While Domain scopes down, he sees one player on the other side. But at the same time, he has to move because of the blue. He's not really in the circle yet, but in order for them to get in, they have to fight against Team Indonesia. But before that, Nikki sees one. Nikki gets to be extra careful. Down to 40% of health. He needs that space to heal.
Here we go. Oh man, I mean, Nepal is trying to get closer and closer and closer, but that was such a brutal shot coming from Nikki, putting down Rex, and now he's coming after Domain. Domain, just at the nick of time, was able to hide, and that was a serious road rage that happened.
Wow, that's an absolute strike there. I'll bring him to team up with me in a bowling match next. Beautifully executed. And now it's going to be Nikki, the final player of Team Thailand. And he has to find a way through. This name being lopped across. Team Nepal now in trouble because Team Indonesia is starting to make the move on the other side as well.
Oh man, and this is the kind of action that we want to see all the time, and now we are looking at it. We got Thailand still doing their best to survive in this situation. Bangladesh might join into the mix as well, so this is gonna get crazy, ladies and gents. So please do not change the channel or you're gonna miss everything. Unfortunately for 30, that is again, or Shirley, confirmation coming through, who's already out of the game here, which brings us down to Nikki as the last player representing up Thailand. And backing away from this situation, I think it's a good call because Indonesia right now taking a lot of damage from another team.
Oh, and that's from Team Myanmar. Smile from the side, putting in the pain with the DBS gameplay, and now Team Indonesia only has Constant left, the final player, and Team Myanmar has been staying quiet for the longest time. This is the right moment for them to bring in the points for themselves, and with that lead launch across,
Romeo, man, with a killer name right there, getting some points done. Absolutely great for Myanmar at the moment. I mean, that's already 3 points in the bag. And again, they have another chance here to score a chicken dinner. So we'll just have to wait and see. We're already at stage 6 looking at the final 5 teams over here. Team Pakistan is still alive, but haven't bagged any points just yet. But there's still that great opportunity to do just that. It just all boils down to how great the execution will be from the remaining teams that we have for stage number 6.
Oh, the circle shifted again. on the right side, those teams, they need to move in.
Hitman,
Nikki, the final player of Team Thailand, have been eliminated by Hitman. Team Bangladesh claims elimination number 3. And Team Pakistan from the southern side, it's their turn to come into the circle. But lucky for them, they will be unchallenged as most of the teams pretty busy on the right side.
Hitman Thailand,
Okay, Team
Thailand team
Pakistan.
के eliminate করে দিছে
And
এখন
this is
বাংলাদেশের
how,
টিমটা কি
of course, you try to analyze the
এবং বাংলাদেশের
situation. I
টোটাল
mean,
3 জন
obviously,
বাকি
they're
আছে
just monitoring what is happening from down below here and probably already thinking, okay, how or like what is the
বাংলাদেশের
best
সামনে
way to approach
চ্যালেঞ্জ
this
হচ্ছে এখন
situation? And as for Team
মায়ানমারের টিম
Pakistan, the
ইয়াঙ্গন
opportunity
গ্যালাক্টিকলস
is now. IQQ did not waste this opening shot up against Malaysia. He was able to shut down one player, but how can you actually translate that into a full-blown elimination point?
Yeah, it's going to be hard, right? Because Team Malaysia, they have a compound, so they have enough protection. So they're not able to convert that into an elimination. So they have to try again later on. But looks like IQ, if I look at the minimap, he's actually heading towards Team Malaysia. He really wants to lock in the point, but by now, Team Malaysia would have reset themselves back as a duo.
Okay, here we go. Another quiet time for the final 4 teams. I'm looking at everyone, and Myanmar and Team Pakistan seems to be the only teams here that still has a complete squad. So I guess the advantage is, of course, to them. But let's see what Malaysia is gonna do. Situation, since they are at the top spot, they probably have some momentum going on for them. But then again, you know, Myanmar and Pakistan, it will be easy for them to turn the tables up against Malaysia, since they do have the numbers. So a lot of ways that this exchange could end, this trades could end, but who's going to go for that zone control? Based on the position here, Circle, I feel like Myanmar still has the best chance here to dominate.
Yeah, either that or maybe Team Pakistan, I would say. Just look at that 2-2 split. That means they're ready for if the zone shifts towards the left or the right. So they're prepared to move fast from there. But for the other teams, well, they're more clumped up with each other. But I do like the positioning of Team Myanmar as well. They're well spread out on the northern side. They're taking as much space as possible that they can. But now it will be all.
Right, Sir Cloud.
at
Myanmar
1.9
and Pakistan right now is doing everything that they could to score that. So the
সবচেয়ে এখন
intention is there. You just know that they want to reign supreme
বড় বাধা
for this
হচ্ছে
round.
ইয়াঙ্গন
And
গ্যালাক্টিকলস
that 2-2 split is really working out for Team Pakistan. I mean,
এবং
you just know
left
that
side
they're not
হচ্ছে
going to go
এটার জন্য
passive on this one. They're going to go
সবচেয়ে বড়
aggressive
বাধা
with that firepower.
6-9 চলে গেছে সামনে 6-9
Based
নক
on
হবে
the strategy right now, it only takes 2 players from Team
Hitman.
Pakistan to handle the business
6-9
here.
নক
Oh, and T24 starting it
Hitman knock
off,
হবে এখন
getting 693.
6-9
Down on the
finish
ground, eliminating him immediately. And now Noki needs to be extra careful. A headshot onto
6-9
him,
ফিনিশ হয়ে গেছে
treading himself down to
বাংলাদেশের
50%.
এখন 2 জন বাকি
The time is on their side. The blue is starting to close right now. Team Malaysia will be pressured. Ryan gets murdered. But still, they need to step out the compound. They need to step out in the open. The moment they do that, IQ
90
is
ডিগ্রি
ready
2 জন
for
মিলে
it.
কি পারবে চিকেন হান্টার
Yeah, he was ready from way
6-9
before. I
এবং
mean, he's
নেটফ্লিক্স
not letting his
এলিমিনেট হয়ে
side
গেছে
out, you know, up
এখন
against this
শুধুমাত্র
remaining
6-9
players
এবং
from
90 ডিগ্রি
Malaysia,
আছে
and he's just waiting for Yami over here to step out of that house, and he will make it rain a lot of bullets. And there you go. But oh, we did expect that it was Noki from Team Pakistan just gonna get the point, but no, it was Myanmar.
Stolen away, it
6-9
seems.
কিল চুরি
Team
করছে
Malaysia eliminated at number 4. Now we're in our top 3 teams. And we are starting to see Bangladesh making a move as well. They only have 2 active players as of
বাংলাদেশের
now.
পেছনে
Only 90 degree and
40
Hitman
আছে
here.
40
They're trying to take point in the middle of the circle.
এখন নক
Now they need to lock it in, but the challenge is going to be big.
Hitman
Here
knock.
comes Team Pakistan with
Hitman
T24. Take it out, Hitman.
Oh, what is Bangladesh gonna do in this
এখন শুধুমাত্র
situation? I mean,
90
obviously
ডিগ্রি
they
আছে
are the team that is in between
পুরো 90
Pakistan and
ডিগ্রিতে পারবে
Myanmar. Now T24, I feel like is gonna go for an engagement over here. Was able to bag a point, and now
এখন
Bangladesh.
90 ডিগ্রি হচ্ছে একদম মাঝ
Of course,
বরাবর
it's not
একদিকে টিকু
really
40
looking good,
এখন
but if
আরেকদিকে
the
হচ্ছে
Glip
ওয়াইজি
puts down T24 from this
Oh
angle,
no.
well, no, forget I said anything.
Uh,
Falak just made sure that hey, we are going to be the ones to get the chicken dinner for this round. But that is, of course, if they can defeat the boys of Myanmar.
no.
IQQ, however, exits the
এই
game.
ম্যাচটা হচ্ছে
And
ইয়াঙ্গুন
started off with
গ্যালাক্টিকোস মিলে
Smile, knocking him down, followed by the nade.
3v4
And now
situation.
they are down to only 3 players. And it's going to be Team Myanmar now, still with the full squad. And now they are marching in onto the high ground. Noki will need to defend his ground against Cloud. But on the right side, Mernad is cooking up his nade. Noki has to escape. But before that, he managed to get a knockdown to Cloud.
All right, here we go. Noki, I think he was able to at least get past that vehicle. I think it was safe. And now Myanmar needs to pick up Cloud in this situation, but I don't think they're going to be having any time because of this exchange. We are looking at a Team Pakistan making sure they apply a lot of pressure onto the side of Myanmar, but Smite continues to dodge those attacks. But Bernat with a massive spray, it did connect, but it did not put the player down. Unfortunately, Cloud took that hit, and now Team Pakistan might be the one winning this match.
Small comes in with a double knockdown onto Team Pakistan. But T24 fires back though. Now it's only T24 against Team Myanmar. 1v2. Romeo comes in from the side. And 2 chicken dinners for day number 1 for Team Myanmar.
Man, this is making a statement over here. Flexing their muscles, banging their chests like King Kongs. Myanmar absolutely beautifully dominated this match. And man, what will it take to stop Myanmar at this point?
I mean, they feel the champions. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a great performance, right? While we check out the final blow, what I love about the fight here between these 2 teams, especially the execution by team members.